Hey guys, Carl from Purple Moose Plays here. In my last video I did a bit of a review of the Shipshape Gamer's Wingspan Organizer, and I promised that as soon as I could get my hands on one, I'd do the same thing for their Birdhouse dice tower that they sell alongside the organizer. Well, I've got my hands on one, so let's put it together and I'll let you know what I think. See you in a minute. Alright, so here you see on the screen the organizer that I showed you last time. The only thing new this time is the dice tray over here, so I'm going to pull that out and we'll take a better look at it up close. You will see it fits very nicely here in the corner. It actually fits just a little bit better than the original cardboard insert, which makes sense because it was, designed to go with this organizer. It comes in two main pieces: the tray itself where the dice roll out to, and the tower that we're going to put the dice in to roll. First things first, before I explain how it works or what I really like about it, the first thing you'll notice is just the design of it is very, very nice looking. This ivy engraving on the sides and on the front, it's just gorgeous work. This is the same sort of beautiful design that I showed with the pictures on the boxes before of the birds and the different resources. You've even got a little chimney detail here and the shingles on the roof. It just looks really, really nice. You will notice there's this little perch on the front. And that's the other thing I'm going to show you. It comes with this little acrylic woodpecker, and this acrylic woodpecker piece will clip right on to this perch, like this. And what's going to happen is this actually moves when we use the dice tray. And let me show you how that works. So first things first, we need to put the dice tower in the tray. Alright, and in the back here you see there's a big opening. It may be a little bit big, but that's fine. It just makes it easy to put the dice inside. And you'll see here there's a little tab. The dice are going to hit that tab as they roll through, and that's what's going to make the woodpecker knock against the house. Let me zoom in a little bit, get a different angle so we can see this better. Alright, so here I've got it set up a little bit of a better angle. I hope you can see the bird pretty well. Now I'm going to go ahead and drop the dice. These are the dice that come with the game, obviously really nice chunky wooden dice. If you've got the game, you know that already. When I drop them in, let's see what happens. I hope you can see the woodpecker is hitting against the birdhouse every time the dice roll through. Here goes one more time. You'll notice it doesn't always hit every single time, right? The dice have to hit that little tab that I showed you before. But it happens most of the time, and I'm pretty impressed with how it works. One thing though that we do want to talk about before we end this video is the build. As I mentioned in the last video, everything fits together really well. All of these locking grooves lock really well together, and you get a really nice satisfying click as they pop together. A couple things I need to mention. This roof is the one piece that you are going to need some glue to put on. It doesn't really attach. You can see there's some locking grooves in the top here, so it attaches to itself without glue. But in order to connect it to the birdhouse, there is no real connection. It's just a smooth surface touching a smooth surface. So you're gonna need a little bit of white glue or some wood glue to hold that together. But you'll see I glued it on and it holds on very strongly. The other small issue is the bird perch. You'll see there's these little tabs that get knocked into holes in the front of the birdhouse. And while they fit in nicely once they're in and everything works well, it did take a little bit of effort to get the pegs to fit perfectly in that hole. And eventually, once I got them in, I had to sand them down a little bit with a nail file. But once I sanded them down, I could tap them in with a little rubber mallet, and now they're in there nicely, and they'll stay. They're not loose, they're not going to come out, they're not going to fall out. And again, the woodpecker comes off so you can store it separately, so you don't have to worry about anything breaking while it's in the box. So overall, I'd say this birdhouse, again, gorgeous piece of work, both functional and beautifully designed. I'm glad to have added it to my collection, and I think it works really well with the organizer. So I would recommend that if you pick up their organizer, you should also pick up the birdhouse. And honestly, even if you don't want the organizer, I like this birdhouse quite a bit more than the cardboard one that comes in the original game. So, I'd recommend just picking up the birdhouse, even if you don't want the organizer. That's it for this time. I'll see you all again soon.